Hey, this is Karaja James and welcome to my channel again. It's a privilege that you are here and I'm here today because not each and everyone is granted a day like today. You are here because God gave you another chance to be alive, because what He put inside you is not yet done, because there is someone somewhere in the hospital gasping or wishing he could get the last breath, the last one day, the last 1 year, and we have this chance. Let's utilize it, because it's a miracle that you are here. Today you might be here and tomorrow you are gone. So someone asked me, should you work hard or should you work smart? That's a question I posed to you. Should you work hard or work smart? Or should you do deals or do business? Let me give you some time to think about it. Working hard or working smart? So, I know you have the answer in your mind. For me, I would advise you to work hard, but put the smartness in working hard. The reason being, you might be using the ways that were used in 1970s, 1950s to apply them in the 20th century, 21st century. Yes, they will work, they will be slow, but who want to get rich fast? It said, easy come, easy go. So, you should work smart. The reason why you should work smart, you are going to be, to have the discipline. When you work smart, you are going to get one thing, and you put out one sale and you put out. So I can compare working hard and working smart, like when you're having a business and a deal. So most of the salespeople, like I are used to deals. So you might find that you make a deal in 1 week, you make 100,000 US dollars, you make a 1M, you make 300,000. But that's not a business, because it's not sustainable. The moment you leave this world, you cannot leave that to your child. So even if I do deals, I also venture much into business, because a business grows gradually. A business is survived by the problem it solved. Deals, you solve one problem and you go to sleep. So for me, I would advise you, focus so much on building business, because working smart is going to make you rich, but doing a business which is slowly getting to you what you want to get is going to have a solution to a problem that you're solving. So a business solves a problem consistently. A deal solves a need right that moment. So go for a business, don't go for deals. Don't go for working smart. Working hard, you work hard in a dark room. That's why the photos are made in the dark room. But success, people think that you just came successful overnight. If you see someone who is successful today, he has something, he has information, he has knowledge that he has applied that you don't know, and he applied when you didn't know. He applied in the dark room. He had to go, even if it's a Rotary. Everybody has a story to tell. No one becomes successful overnight. So understand, a business is gradual, it's persistent, it's slowly. But a deal is for a day, it solves a need that moment. So go for a business, don't go for a deal. Deals solves immediate problems, but when you have a business, it's going to save your problems, other people's problems, and your children's problem. So everybody can become rich, but not everyone can become wealthy. So you have to understand that. Focus on giving or solving problems. Someone told me that problems are written checks. So you might sit down and think, what should I do to solve that solution, that problem that's there? There are people who have mastered this, and that's why you find you can give a poor person 1 million shillings, and after 2 weeks he doesn't have the money. Actually, it said that most of the people who win lottery, they are poor after 3 or 5 years, because they don't have the knowledge to multiply the money. They don't have the knowledge to solve problems. Their work is just to consume. When you get that Toyota, what do they think? Buying the biggest car. But do you know a car is a liability? Do you know the house that you live in is a liability? Because it doesn't have ROI, what we call return on investment. You know, when you go to a business class, even if you don't go to a business class and you are doing business, these are the terms you understand. These are terms that you learn. You know, you have to know how a business can sustain itself when you are gone. And that's why when you register a business, it's registered like a person. It's registered, it has right to own property. It has right to be transferred from one person to the other. So when you're starting a business, you have to solve a problem, but also have in mind how to have ROA, return on investment. So you have to invest for you to solve a problem, but it has an investment. That's very important. So the business that you're solving, if you have found that there are people somewhere they don't have maize, you have to look for somewhere you are going to get good maize at a good price, you know, and sell it at a higher price. You have solved a problem, but you have gained, you have this what you call ROA, return on investment. So when you're coming up with the cost of your product, you have to put everything in order, every expenses. And that's when you find when the government adds taxes, the consumer, as the consumer, we get price going upward, because the person who is producing a product, he has to add all his bills, transport, production cost, electricity, insurance, so that when he is able to take that product to the customer, the retainer has all the product cost put on him. And that's why, because he is on a return on investment, he has to add some of his profit. And if you do a business and you do it for 5 years and it's giving no result and you don't have investors, stop that business. I recently found that this big business like Facebook and Microsoft, they never made money. They never made their profit for more than 5 years. The reason why, we have these people who we call investors, who are funding this guy. They were funding the guy's dreams, you know. But in the future, they started giving a platform for free. When you're using Facebook right now, it's for free. It's for free, but there are very many people who pay for those adverts that you come across. That's how Facebook sustains its business, and the owner is a billionaire right now. So you have to understand the business or the problem you're solving. The guy who owns Facebook found that it's very easy for people to be on a social media. So you want to show that car you bought, you want to have that picture you have, and he gave the platform for free. But for those people in business, they have to pay for you to see the advert that you see. From advertisement, that guy makes lots of money, you know. IG is advertising, TikTok is advertising. So you have to understand the scope. You have to understand the problem that you're solving. Even if for sometimes you have to give it for free. It's a business. You have to, actually, most of the business that are started, they die in their third year. First, out of 100%, 70% of the business that starts, they never get to see their first anniversary. My first business died before it got in its first year. Out of 170 dies in the first year, 10 dies in the second year, 10 dies in the third year, and only out of 100 business started, only 10 are able to see their third and their fourth anniversary. So don't go run for deals. Deals are okay if you're a salesperson. We do deals. They are okay. They'll give you some money for you to push to the next stage. But always, even if you're doing deals, always have a mind to create a business. It's going to take time. It's going to take, actually, for you to become a master in anything, it said it takes 1,000 to 5,000 days. 1,000, those are 3 years. For a business to be called a good business and to show some returns, you need to run it for 3 good years. Those are 1,000 days. So don't run for deals. It's good to have deals. Deals are very good because they sustain day-to-day activities. If you're in sales and you have sold that house is going to be a deal and it's going to solve some problems that you have. But you cannot leave that money's deal to your kids. And that's why you need to build a business. I have to repeat this. You can become rich in doing deals, but you never become wealthy. Wealth is made through business, which solves problems. If you want to have more money, look for 100 people or 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people, solve their problems, and you're going to get the money equivalent to the problem you are solving. So you have to understand the difference between a deal and a business. For me, right now I do deals, but also have a business that is running. So make sure you don't work smart, work hard. Because if you don't, there is someone who is working somewhere more than you, and you are looking for the same thing. Life is so fair. The girl that you're looking for, another person right now is working so hard, 2 days without sleep, working, trying to take the same girl that you're taking. The car you want to buy right now, someone somewhere right now is working day and night to get the same car. But do you know what happens in a gym? If someone is doing much of the lifting, he goes to the gym, does 3-6 hours, and you go there and you do 30 minutes. The physique this guy is going to get in 90 days is not the same physique that you're going to be in 10 days, 90 days working for 30 minutes. Gym is the very best place to go and look how success works. The person who lifts so much, he puts more time on his gym, he builds more muscles. And those people who go for 30 minutes and the other minute they are laughing and they are talking to your friends, at the end of the 90 days, the difference is different. One thing remains constant, the change. Change remains constant. Change is going to become more and more and more. Right now, the money you want, someone wants the same money, but he's working hard. So work hard, don't work smart. You should incorporate your working smart in where you're working hard. Don't have the knowledge that people had in 1950s. Be smart, but also work hard. Those things that are working right now, social media advertisement, work with them. Look for business, build a business. When you're doing deals, build a business that you can live for your kids. And after sometimes, you are going to be wealthy. Yes, I'm out.